I must say that we are super proud of these students. They're incredible role models for all of our students at the high school, all the students that are sitting here, including the lower grades. And to be quite frank, if my two children at home grow up to be anything like the two of you, I would just be over the moon.
Students are reading. They're reading in kindergarten, in first grade, in second grade, in third grade, fourth grade, and in fifth.
So reading workshop begins always with a mini lesson. Here's Mrs. Morelli in her second grade class doing a mini lesson for you.
Readers, today for Readers Workshop, we're going to be learning that when you read a book, even in your head, to make it sound right, you need to consider what the story is about. Now, if your friend's telling you some bad news, the voice is going to sound way different than if he was telling you he just won first place in a prize. Right?
Yeah.
So your voice, now, when you practice reading a book, you can have it match what's going on in the text. If it's an exciting moment, you're going to read with excitement. If it's sad, you're going to maybe read it in a softer, kind of sad voice. It's almost like you're actors and actresses. Do you think you can try that today with your reading?
Yeah.
It's like you're going to put on a performance as you're reading.
Each lesson also includes active engagement, where students have a chance to practice what they just learned. Here's Mrs. Curtis's second grade class.
Okay, so now we're going to take a look at Mercy Watson Fights Crime. I'm wondering what we think might happen in this story using what we already know about these characters and how Kate DiCamillo writes the story. Turn and tell your partner.
And during independent time, students have the opportunity to practice reading their self-selected books. Let's watch Mrs. Zabek's kindergarten students during independent time.
Who do you think read it? And what is...
Each lesson ends with a share where students come back together to discuss their day's reading work. Here are Mrs. Fowler's fourth grade students.
I didn't write the story, but I think you guys got it. I probably read that. I thought it was oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to catch up to chapter 5, okay?
Going to Mr. Rose's group because I get to learn cool stuff.
That I get to read fiction books because it seems like I'm traveling into the story.
The lessons you learned that could apply to your life.
I got to choose new books like my alien book.
Asking my partner questions so I can learn new things.
When I share my books with my partner, we teach each other new things.
I love that reading workshop gives my students reading superpowers, and those superpowers give them confidence. They're able to take those reading superpower strategies home with them, and they're able to use them in their everyday lives.
We had talked about a teacher retirement incentive that was going to give us the opportunity to potentially reduce our budget that you fully adopted at the February meeting. So I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Penn to kind of walk you through where we are this evening.
And the budget and amount that you approved at the last Board of Ed meeting on February 8th. We did have a total of 8 retirements, one of which we had already included the savings in our budget already, so it really reflects 7 additional salary saves. So the number that you see there, a decrease of 116,000-ish, includes the costs that we have to take on for the incentive, for the sick time payout, that type of thing. Gives us a net benefit from that of, as I said, almost $116,000. There's an additional incremental benefit in the 18-19 year as some of the costs decrease. And then a third benefit in the final year, third year out, as all the costs are fully flushed through the system. That brings us down to a revised number of $24,455,080. That's an incremental increase of $542,289 versus the adopted 16-17 budget, which now brings us down to an increase of 2.27%. So as Dr. Semmel already pointed out, we do need a formal vote from you to have this be the number that we bring to the Board of Finance on March 16th at their joint meeting.
All right, I'm gonna call for a vote. Melissa?
Yes.
Chris?
No.
Tony?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Jerry?
No.
Roxanne?
Yes.
Karen?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion has passed.